Good morning, folks, and I apologize if I have a cold and my voice sounds a little graggly. It's not good talking these days, but I'll do my best and try to keep it short. And on my channel, as you might have already heard, I like to attack or at least listen to arguments in regards to people's understanding of the Mary Sue archetype. And they always bring up Rey, and we always attack Rey because she is a Mary Sue. The definition fits. So here we have an article by CBR, and it's just hilarious. I mean, there are crazy interpretations of how Rey is not a Mary Sue, like taking a feminist angle, and then there are just ignorant ones. This person is arguing that Rey isn't a Mary Sue by outlining how big a Mary Sue she is. It's quite entertaining. And this guy, Renaldo Matadeen, is an ex-chemical engineer, and then he went all geeky and started blogging about video games and cartoons, etc. So he went from science to arts, fine, whatever. But somewhere along the way of getting your ring and studying math, you forgot about logic and evidence and words and what they mean. So as you know, there's many definitions of what a Mary Sue is. It's has altered over the years, as many terms and words have altered over the years in any language. And we learned that Rey is the quintessential. She is now the poster girl, or the poster child for what a Mary Sue is. And I could list all the elements that we've discovered from her. She's overpowered. This power level of hers is unexplained. She's a perfectly good character, meaning she's just nice and virtuous all the time. She has no personality or no personality to develop into, which means pretty much no faults. So you can't really tell a very good story with that. And then we have her being instantly liked by everyone, that she has this degree of wish fulfillment by the author because she's such this powerful force in the narrative, and that she's not embarrassed, and when she fails, she immediately fixes that failure. So one try she might miss, second try she always hits. So let's just go. This is just really a great article for the lack of understanding of the term. One of the most divisive points of the new Star Wars era is Rey's depiction as a powerful Jedi. No, not a Jedi, a Force user. She doesn't even know what the Jedi are. In Force Awakens, we saw her wielding a lightsaber and fighting off the ruthless and season killer Kylo Ren without training. Exactly. She also used the mental powers of the Force as if she were pretty much an expert. She was beyond expert. She was beyond master level, in fact. This led to haters stupidly calling her a Mary Sue. I'm not a hater. I hate bad writing. If that's how you want to label me, that's fine. Stupidly, no. I think we're pretty well aware of the term, and we've researched it and argued it quite a lot. So maybe others do on Twitter. They say, oh, well, Rey is perfect. Like, that's the general response. Oh, she's perfect. Which isn't incorrect, but that's not going into detail what makes a Mary Sue. When it's clear she's just as much a chosen one as Anakin Skywalker was. Okay, I don't know what the author means by this, but we know that Anakin was, in fact, at least believed by Qui-Gon, that he was the chosen one, a part of the prophecy to bring balance to the Force, yada yada. But where is Rey a chosen one? We don't know. We don't know where this is coming from. Unless he's just referring to just as much, meaning she has the power of Anakin, or the stuff that Anakin can do. Which is true, but she far exceeds it. Her aptitude level is already at max. In Marvel's journey to Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker Allegiance, however, we're seeing the truth. It has nothing to do with luck. This is where it gets fun. Rey's not a fluke, or simply being given power boosts for mere plot convenience. In fact, yes, she is. She really and truly is a better Jedi than Anakin, or for that matter, Luke Skywalker, ever were at this stage in both of their careers. She starts off with stats to max, or skill levels at max, and she doesn't know about them, and then all of a sudden she does, and every time she uses them, she's amazing. Every problem she has is solved. We must remember, Luke had a mentor, yes, who Obi-Wan, who ironically mentored Anakin along with Qui-Gon. In fact, Anakin had an entire council after Qui-Gon died. As for Luke, he progressed and also had Master Yoda. So here we're saying, hey, you know what? Luke and Anakin, they were strong because they had masters. It's like, yeah, you're right. That explains why they're so good. In other words, both the Skywalker soldiers got hands-on advice and experts to show them the way at various stages in their Jedi life. Rey doesn't have this luxury. You're right, she doesn't. Which is what makes her meteoric rise all the more impressive. No, it makes her all the more Mary Sue. All the more poorly written. In the comic prequel in December, The Rise of Skywalker, from Ethan Sachs and co., we're seeing Rey fighting Force-sensitive monsters in training. Okay, who's training her? Going on scavenging missions, unsupervised. No one, apparently. She's training herself. She's that good. I don't know why she has to train herself. She's already amazing. Battling killer droids and using weapons in a way we didn't see the Skywalkers doing. Yeah, see, Rey just has abilities no one has taught her. She's never learned before, and she can just do it. She's a Mary Sue. That's pretty much you're telling me. She's a Mary Sue. All this shapes her into a one-woman army at times. Exactly. She is a Mary Sue. She doesn't need help. She doesn't need training. She doesn't need a teacher. Everything just works for her. She presses a button, turns on the cheat codes, or whatever analogy you want to give, and she wins. She might falter the first time or miss the first time, but the second time she wins. It's quite evident that when there's unrest at Mon Cala and General Leia goes to find reinforcements for the Resistance, Rey's found using her staff like a boomerang, okay, which, again, we've never seen, so this is something the comics are creating. Spinning it with her mind alone and basically showing up the basic skills we saw from Annie or Luke, i.e. some flips here and there and basic swordsmanship. Rey's on a high level. No, she's on the highest level. She's beyond master class. Not to mention she's got the mind tricks down along with advanced usage of force telekinesis. She just knows how to do it. She can just do it. No explanation. And this guy's like, well, she's amazing, therefore she's not a Mary Sue. It's like, dude, that's what makes her a Mary Sue. Seriously, a comparison of the three and their abilities at this current stage shows us that, like it or not, Rey stands head and shoulders above the rest. Yes, thank you. Thank you for agreeing with us. You're getting it. She is so good, and it's so unexplained. That's what makes her one of the qualities of being a Mary Sue. I'm glad you agree. She's not even leaning on Leia's knowledge of the Force, implying that Leia taught her anything. But there's no mention of that. Much as she simply harnesses the brief lessons Luke taught her. Yeah, the brief 30-second lesson of breathing. Great lesson there, Luke. Of breathing, feeling things, and having her breathing and feeling so powerfully. Just the act of breathing and sitting down and closing her eyes, the earth beneath her, made of rock, cracked open, causing Luke to scurry away in fear. And even though he's seen that power before, now he's scared of that power. The action of simply sitting and closing your eyes and breathing, that is how amazingly powerful Rey is. It shows how intelligent she is. Okay, so not only is she amazingly powerful, she is intelligent. She is in that no learning curves too deep for her. Exactly. There may as well be no learning curve. She just knows things. It's like divine knowledge she was born with, and then she turned a switch on in her brain and go, oh yeah, I can do force pull and push. I can breathe underwater and in space, and I can fly through the air like Leia can. Yeah, she can just do it. In fact, all she has are sacred texts from Octo, which means without translators or a curator to guide her, her feats and progression are all the more impressive. Yes, exactly. She has ancient books no one has taught her to read, or whatever language the Jedi used. She can just translate them. No explanation. She's now even more a Mary Sue. This author is amazing. It's just like he's digging his own hole and smiling all the way down. It's brilliant. It's amazing to see her developing so quickly by simply deciphering the ancient books, compared to Luke and his dad, who took time to steadily move up the ladder. Yup, Luke and Anakin, phew, they had to learn and take time. Those guys are pathetic. When you look at Rey, who's totally not a Mary Sue, she can just instantly do it. It's like she's Neo from the Matrix. She touches a book and boom, all the knowledge just downloads into her. Rey's definitely on her way to outclass. She's already outclassed. There's no there's no competition. It's Rey. You put her in front of a conflict, she misses the first time, she wins completely the second. Should she survive Palpatine's assault and whatever the First Order has planned? The fact Leia's letting her do her own thing sums it up. Yeah, it's like, get this girl out of here. Get her out of my way. Anything she comes across just blows up. She trusts Rey and knows she's a talent, the likes of which the galaxy has never seen. Exactly. Talent. Natural, raw power. Cranked up to 100. That's why Palpatine's now seemingly obsessed with her the same way Snoke was. Well, Snoke was obsessed with Rey because Rey knew where Luke was. That's pretty much it. Snoke was actually even stronger than Rey. But because Rey was a Mary Sue, anytime you come in contact with the Mary Sue, you're going to lose. So because Snoke was even more powerful, he had to die almost instantly, within minutes of meeting Rey. Interesting how that works. Like, Rey has redefined what it means to be a Mary Sue, what it means to have a really bad character written. It's just amazing. And the comics are just showing that off even more. She has force powers that we've never seen, really. She can spin things in the air. I mean, it's just amazing stuff. She is more Mary Sue than her previous incarnation. It's amazing. This reinforces that, sure, Rey might currently be more powerful than the Skywalkers, which means she's Mary Sue, but in the grand scheme of things, she's also shaping up to be the strongest Jedi of all time. She doesn't have to be a Jedi. She has eclipsed the Jedi. She's in Mary Sue land, probably achieving God tier Mary Sue status or omniscient tier. I can't remember all the Mary Sue categories or subtitles. You can go find out exactly the omniscient Sue or something like that, probably. But this goes to show you just how crazy. I made a comment about that, but how crazy this person is, and everyone in the comments are like, "Yeah, so she is kind of a Mary Sue, then, isn't she?" I mean, this is more nonsense than making Rey better than ever. Yeah, it's like, yeah, dude, you're not understanding the term. You are not a literary critic. I mean, it would take about 2 minutes to Google it. Go to TV tropes, go to Wikipedia, go anywhere and read, oh, Mary Sues are really powerful and their power is unexplained. That would be the basic definition, right? And he didn't even do that. He instead said, Rey is so powerful, therefore she's not a Mary Sue. And she's so amazing and it's so fun. Look at her, look at his power. Like, look what she can do. It's amazing. And it goes to show you she's so awesome. Not all the while not knowing that's exactly what makes her a crap character. Thanks for listening, guys. Have yourself a great day.